Good morning, Singapore. I sat out here 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay, it's not quite 8 o'clock, just over at 8. Out here just sitting, contemplating, thinking about the things that I've done so far, and I'm looking back over the year, right? Because look, we're in the last quarter of the year. We only got 2+ months before the end of the decade. I'm trying to figure out, what have I accomplished this year? I started off strong. I started real strong. Launched my t-shirt company and it looked amazing. Good morning, Avina. Thank you so much for joining. And the t-shirt company was great. I had a lot to do. I got stuff knocked out, and that money wasn't easy to spend, but it was worth it. And it made me think about, what else I needed to understand about the company itself and the distribution part of selling out t-shirts and buying and printing and all that stuff. So I tried to, reduce overhead, all that stuff. But then after that, things took a turn and my business changed, and I got caught up with a friend of mine and the business she was promoting. And I was a big fan of hers, y'all. I'm not playing. I had been involved with her for over a year or so. She was my coach for a little while as far as business is concerned. And then I was part of the summit. So I was in the summit. I was promoting the summit. I felt really good about the summit. But what ended up happening was I beat myself. I turned my focus to her business instead of my business. I wanted to promote. I wanted to talk to these people. I wanted to get the content out there, and I felt good about it, right? I was over here interviewing everybody from the summit. I was talking about the summit. I was talking about myself too a little bit, but it was more so, pushing their product, their genius, their heart, whatever it is that their service was. I was pushing that out there. And it took me a minute, but I finally realized that, hey, I'm giving inspiration to other people. I'm helping them with their own businesses, but I'm not doing nothing with mine. I was beating myself. My competition with me, oh, I was losing miserably. So finally, I decided to switch gears or whatever. And once the summit was over, I was like, all right, now I need to take care of me, because the summit pushed me to do some things I'd never done before either. I had to put out a freebie. I had to deal with email marketing. I had never done email marketing before. I finally decided to sit down with MailChimp, and MailChimp and I had a fight because honestly, as easy as it was not easy for me to connect to my website. And what was happening was people would put in their email, but they'd get nothing back. They'd get like a 404 error page. And I was like, what the hell? So it took me a while to figure that out. And finally, I got it done right in time for the summit. We promoted the summit. I learned a lot from all those people and the courses that they put out there. And then I had a couple opportunities to do podcasts with a couple other people that had been watching the summit, that had been involved with the summit, or were fans of the summit. It was great. It was great because it gave me a new dimension to my business. But what happened after that? I got caught up in a coaching program. And it's not bad. It would have been great if the coaching program was geared towards me only, but it was a generic coaching program because I couldn't afford the one-on-one. I did the group, right? So we sat in a group. And so she's not going to give us individualized information in the group. That's not how that group works. It's general information because what she's trying to do is create more content for herself. Great, brilliant. It was smart. I'm not going to lie. She was good at it. But what did I do? I started getting caught up in all the advice that was being given to the other people as well. And while it was great for the other people, it was not geared towards me. It was not applicable to me because what I was teaching, what they were teaching were different things. What I've lived through and what they've lived through, different things. The platforms I'm on and the platforms they're on, different. So again, I beat myself. I lost to myself. I chose something that I thought would be great for me, that would be helpful to me, and in the end, it didn't actually help. But I couldn't see that until I stepped away from it. How did I step away? Oh, it was a disagreement. It was dumb, but I stepped away. And what ended up happening was I was being pulled in so many directions, and I realized that the podcast that I happened to be guested on was not geared towards my audience at all. And yeah, both of us were, we were on the panel together and we were sharing a discussion together, but it was mostly geared towards her, which is great. It was good for her. It just wasn't good for me. And because I wasn't good at drawing boundaries and because I respected her so much, it took me a long time to kind of say, you know what? This doesn't really serve me that much, and I love helping you out, but it's time I focus on my own business. When did that happen? Oh, about August. So here we are, January to August, and most of the year was geared toward other people. But that's my fault. I have no one to blame but me. Because why? I'm the CEO of my life. I'm the CEO of Rasat One. I'm in charge. I answer to nobody else. The buck stops with me. So if I don't get it together, if I don't start making decisions for myself, if I don't see the writing on the wall, I have no one else to blame but me. So finally, I took my head out of my ass. I realized that I was not actually doing what I needed to be doing for myself. I started focusing a little bit more. It took me a little bit because it hurt to leave people that I've been with for so long. It hurt that when I left, I lost all of the support that was in the group itself, and I had to start all over. Not bad, just different, and I wasn't used to it. It felt bad to me. But it's good because suddenly I didn't have a lot of different opinions in my ear. Suddenly I didn't have to worry about what I did and how it would be received by that particular group. I got to think for myself for a little while. Now, what have I always told y'all? Don't trust anyone else's information but your own. And I should have taken my own damn advice. But you know what? I am a people pleaser at heart. It's something I grew up with, something that I've done since I was a little kid. So again, I had to learn that next layer of that same damn lesson so that I could move forward. So here's the thing. My definition of competition is not what everyone else is doing versus what I'm doing. It's not like that. Granted, I am going to look at, how talented the other person is and how much effort they're putting in and how big they're winning, because I will be damned if you do one or two things once or twice a month and you're doing it bigger than I am. That means I am doing too much without any real focus. I need to work on that. That's the only thing that comes from outside, right? I'm watching what you do, how you do it, and what the reaction is, what the reach is. And if I'm doing way more than you, if I'm out hustling you, but I'm still not getting the reach, then I'm doing something wrong in the wrong place. That makes sense? So yeah, that's the only time I look outside of myself. This is the only time I look to the right and to the left and see what the next people are doing. But outside of that, I will be damned if I beat myself. If I give in to Netflix and don't get my work done, that's on me. I have no one to blame but myself. But how dare I pretend that I'm the CEO of a company if I'm actually putting 110% in every time? Now, it's been a little difficult. I've tried to put up a couple of different, programs out there and stuff. I've tried to do one-on-one coaching, and I've done it. I've been doing it, right? But it just so happens as you transition your business and you start clearing up your messaging a little bit, things change. I'm attracting a different kind of client now. The clients I'm attracting are millennials. And that's okay. I have no problem. I can deal with millennials. I can teach those people. No problem. I can teach anyone. The problem is, are you willing to come to me? Do you realize you need help, that you can't figure this out on your own? And millennials, they're real good about going out to drinks and picking someone's brains. And you know what? I owe you a beer. Thanks so much. That's my problem now. But that's okay. I will figure that out too. But I will be damned if I sit back and say, you know what, I did it. I've got 500 episodes on my podcast. I am posting every day on Instagram. I'm almost at 2,000 followers. What does that mean? Nothing. But the point is, I'll be damned if I settle at any level. And it is normal for people to peak and then plateau. And then you peak again and then you plateau. And most times when you try to peak out of a plateau, it's because you're getting sick and tired of being in that same place. You got to be irritated to start moving again. You need that friction. You need that heat. What I'm trying to develop is, how do I say it? A thinner skin maybe, so that the plateau doesn't last as long. That I don't get too comfortable for too long. I got to keep moving. I got to keep working. Now, I'm not like E.T. the hip hop preacher where I was eating out of garbage cans and I was homeless. It's not like that for me. I live a pretty damn good life already. But I have put certain things in place so it stresses me out enough to not be settled anywhere. I gotta keep moving. What is the point of these podcasts? I could have people on and talk to me every day. I could have, interviews every day if I really wanted to. I could reach people. I could network all day long. But that's not what I want. I want to show you what it's like day in and day out. I want to tell you the story no one else is telling you. People talk and laugh about, oh yeah, don't race everybody else because ain't nobody posting their failures. Guess what? I'm telling you what my failures are every day. And it may not be a failure today and yesterday, but it might be a failure from a while back that still drives me, that still pisses me off, that I'm still working on. I'm okay with failure. I've done it a lot. I've gotten pretty good at it. The failures are a little bit better now, as in like I'm failing at different things, not the same things over and over again. But it doesn't hurt me. It doesn't bother me so much. My recovery game is fast. I rebound real quick. I've got that snapback body. I will jump back real quick. It'll be okay. One thing in life I'm truly failing at, fitness. Physical fitness. I'm failing at that. Why? Because I'm not even trying. I put that on the back burner for a little bit because you know what? I didn't think it was that important. I was spending way too much time thinking about working out and not working out that I could have been doing something else. So I put it on the back burner. It's okay. That's my decision. But I had a chance to collaborate with the Gym Pod and do a blog post for them about the benefits of physical fitness on mental health. And guess what? Time I eat my own words, time to swallow the advice I'm dishing out. Because I know for a fact that working out a little bit every day means that my body eventually will be physically tired enough for me to sleep instead of thinking my way through the night. Okay? And sleep means that my brain functions better. I'm smarter. I'm more sharp. My wit is better. My reflexes are sharper. I am able to process information better. I am not foggy. I'm not in a dreamlike state. I am clear on my goals. I know what I got to do next. I wake up refreshed. Why? Because I'm used to sleeping for a certain amount of time. Now, everyone's sleep hours will vary. But guess what? Everyone has a circadian rhythm. You need to reset your circadian rhythm. And a lot of times, working out means you breathe more, you pump more blood, more oxygen to the brain, more blood to all of your body parts. You feel better. No more random aches and pains. And the extra oxygen does nothing but help. It helps your hippocampus, all of your memory functions. It helps. Working out every day consistently for the rest of your life will fight dementia for you. Will fight Alzheimer's for you. It keeps you active. Being able to move your muscles, coordinate all your limbs, that helps you with creative thinking. It helps you set neural pathways, new ones. Neurogenesis is what they call it. Neuroplasticity is a term that's coming more and more popular. Your ability to think new thoughts, create new solutions. All of that has to do with physical fitness. To be able to coordinate your limbs. Even if you don't go work out and lift weights, go play a sport. Go play with your grandchildren. Jump rope. Jumping jacks. Push-ups, sit-ups. Those are easy. You don't need any weights. You don't need any special equipment. You could do that anywhere in your house. You could use your couch. Trust me. What else? Working out tends to adjust your gut health. And there is a gut-brain axis because a lot of the endorphins and stuff, the hormones come from your gut that actually help you feel good. But guess what? When you work out, you can't just eat junk. It doesn't work the same. When you're working out, you burn a lot more energy, right? So when you do like quick fixes like sugars, carbs, it leaves you feeling sleepy right afterwards. So then the only things that you've accomplished is that you worked out and ate and slept. Eventually, if you want to feel good, you adjust what you're eating. If you're paying attention to what you ate and how it made you feel after, you will adjust what you're eating. Guess what? It took me a while, but I realized that certain foods gave me a lot of phlegm in my throat, like right after. You ever notice, like when you eat, you go out to eat, and it's, oh my God, great food. It could be like nasi lemak, it could be carrot cake, it could be, I don't know, burgers, fries, whatever. But right after I ate, I would have to clear my throat a lot. Like I had this phlegm that was just sitting in my throat all of a sudden. I was like, I didn't eat phlegm. What the hell is going on? And I realized I couldn't eat a lot of fried foods. It was giving me a lot of phlegm. But guess what? I need to get rid of inflammation in my body in order for my body to function the best that it could possibly be. People think that, people work out because they hate fat. It's not that you hate fat. You're stressing your inner organs out. There's too much fat around your organs for it to function very well, which means you don't digest very well, which means constipation or diarrhea, one or the other, and you're affecting your health. And guess what? When your body doesn't feel good, your mind doesn't feel good. You feel lethargic. You feel like you haven't accomplished shit in your day. So why not 15 minutes a day, even if the goal isn't weight loss, just to get your body moving, just to get your heart pumping, new oxygen, breathing better. It reduces the risk of sleep apnea, which means you stop breathing several times during the night, means more restful sleep, right? A deeper sleep. And we already talked about the gut. They say abs are made in the kitchen. Guess what? You need exercise to kind of promote that. Once you start exercising, you feel different. And once you feel different, you eat different because you want the results to stay. Eventually what will happen is you'll work out and eat junk and realize that, you know what, I work out all the time and nothing is happening. And that's where the diets come in. And maybe the diet isn't right for you, but you realize that certain foods you never would have eaten without the diet, but They suit you. They agree with you. They feel good. They're not as bad as you thought they would be. So you learn new things. So your gut is healed. You get rid of inflammation. Your bowels move well. They should move at least once a day. It forces you to drink more water because guess what? Soda doesn't do it. You're still thirsty after that. And the last but not least, working out helps regulate your moods. Because when you sleep well, you're less cranky. When you eat well, you feel good about your body. You feel like you accomplished something because you finished a workout. You got up off the couch. You did something with your life. I tell you what, I sit down sometimes and I watch marathons with my kid and my mom. And when I get up from that couch, I'm like, oh my God, I just lost 12 hours of my day and I haven't done this, this, and this. And suddenly I'm mad at myself and grumpy. My definition of competition is with myself. And that's what it means to be better than yourself than you were the day before. If I accomplished a podcast, a post, a blog post, right, and some interaction yesterday, I better match that today or do better. If I went out to teach a class plus do all of those things, because those are the bare minimum for my day, I better do that or better the next day. I need to be creating. I need to have a cycle in my day. This happens in the morning and this happens in the afternoon. And in between, I've got time with baby girl to do whatever I need to do with her because guess what? I need to push her too. So I will be damned if I am beaten by people that have talent but don't put in the effort, or don't have talent and put in more effort than I do, because I will not be outworked. And I will be damned if I beat myself, as in I give in to some lazy ass notion that, I can take a break today and tomorrow and the day after because it's not that important. I could do it later. Nah. Time is relative. I only have right now. And what will I do with right now? That will be a great memory later. If I look back, there are a lot of things that I accomplished that I didn't think I could accomplish. I just bulldozed through it and I got it done. And guess what? If I don't have that same mindset that I could bulldoze through it and get it done, in 10 years when I look back, what will I see? Will I kick myself because I could have done better? Or will I be proud of the things that I achieved? So that's what it means to me. Competition, it's with me. I'm not going to let you outwork me either. I mean, I'm no Gary Vee, but I can churn out some work. Quality work, not just work for the hell of working, right? I'm not Picasso. I don't have 5,000 pieces of art, but I can put out some content. I can create some things. And I can create enough where it's not repetitive either. I can help you. I can create something that you can purchase if you don't want to sit there and talk to me and admit things that you're going through. I can help. You got to want the help, first of all, and then you got to come ask me. But in the meantime, I'm going to work as hard as I can, as smart as I can, because I can, because no one else is doing that. That's what the 1% does. I hope that makes sense, and I hope I lit a fire under your ass too. Decide what it is that you want. Make those goals for yourself in every aspect of your life, not just business and finance, your health, your personal relationships, your ideal life, your mental health, your intellect. For those of you who don't know, I'm a fan of Lifebook. Go check it out. Lifebook by John and Missy. Gosh, I can't remember their name right now. John and Missy with Lifebook. Check it out. It's by Mindvalley. But they have 12 categories for life that you need to make sure that you take care of, that you have goals for. Actually, they have 13, but let's start with the 12 first. I'm working through that myself. And no, I didn't take the course. Why? Because I don't have the money to put into that course right now. I have to use that money for something else. So what I'm doing is I'm absorbing everything that I can that they put out that's free, so that I can make sure that I still get that information and implement it in my life. I'm not going to stand still. And if I stand still, it's not going to be for long. It's going to be enough to catch my breath and then I'm at it again. Let's go. Let's do this. I'm driven by my passion because I want to help the world. I want to make sure that this next generation is full of compassion. This next generation has phenomenal relationships. That's my goal. And my competition is me. All right, you guys, I'll catch you later. Take care.